So, you know, Mimi's an animal lover, and birds, she feeds those birds all the time. We have mainly chickadees and downy woodpeckers are the two that will live in a birdhouse. Not all birds live in a birdhouse. And there's virtually no difference in their boxes except the hole size. And the hole size is really important to keep other birds out. All chickadees and wrens use 1 1/8. I got this, these are 2 cedar planks from for a fence post actually. But I got the plans right here. Do you want to both build the same one or both build a different one?
I'll probably build a different one. Then we have 2 of them.
The first thing I think we should do is use these dog ears here, because they're already cut in, for the roof. And that'll make the roof look cool. So you always want to make sure your wood's starting off square. And this is really square. So what does it say the roof plan, how far the roof should be? How long the roof is?
This one is 8 1/4 by 5 1/2.
Down 8 1/4. If you pull the tape further, it'll flatten out better.
Okay.
And then you can
How
lock
does
it.
this one work?
Yeah, you can lock. Actually, it's locked now.
Oh, okay. So then here's 8. And
Draw a line all the way across. Now, to make that more accurate, put your pencil on the mark you made,
and then
and then bring the square up to it.
okay.
That one you do have to lock, yep. Each tape measure works a little differently.
Okay. There you go. 10 1/2. Yep, you got the one that says it right there.
Yep, you're right. Okay, wait a minute, you gotta make it square. So, whoa. Alright, so this little lip will go over the edge. Make sure you're not on Abby's board. And now, instead of using a pencil mark, you can also use a scratch owl.
Oh.
A scratch awl, not an owl.
Scratch out.
It's a little cutting guide. It's called a miter box. It needs to be straight and it needs to be square. Yep, just take nice even strokes. Okay, this cuts on the push, so just pull it back easily and don't fight it. You're fighting it.
Like this?
Yep. Gotta push. Alright, so we'll use some chalk. You mark your roof so we don't get mixed up here. This is a fine adjustment tool. Tell me when to stop.
Stop. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Pull towards you a little bit. There you go. Keep the square outside. Alright, it's easier if you like hold it like this and pull. Good. Alright. How long is yours, Abby?
Mine is 11 by 5 1/2.
11 by 5 1/2. We never did measure the side of it.
No? 5 1/2.
Yep, what did it come?
That's the roofing, so that works.
This is, when you cut across the grain like this, it's called cross grain. But if you want to cut along the grain, it's called ripping. So if you see these teeth, they have quite a bit of set in them. If you look down them, see how one's going one way and one's going the other? If you look down this one,
They're all going straight.
they're pretty much going straight. And if you look at the top,
Square over, if you're going to do it left-handed.
these are cut off straight,
Well, I
or
mean,
right
and
hand.
those are cut at an angle.
oh.
So that's the difference between the two. Is it there? Is it there? Yep, okay. You're getting much better at sewing in just a few strokes, aren't you? No? not quite through. Well, you're through. There we go. So this is your back, I think it is?
Yep.
So we'll cut one and use that as a peg. Is this your stuff, Ethan?
No,
Oh, this is Abby's stuff.
oh, right, and
Yeah, you got 2 pieces already. 2, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. This square's probably accurate on this one.
Okay.
The old Stanley stuff is
Oh,
really
my
good.
God.
Good. I don't like this tape measure. It's about wore out.
Here, do you want me to grab a new one?
There should be another one in there.
Yeah.
Reach this. All right, so we're gonna have to use wedges on this. Make sure that other one gets better. So this is a great way of planting stuff. It's just a long wedge here. Remeasure.
Yep.
There's an old saying: measure twice and cut once.
Yep, it is 8 on the dot.
Perfect. All right, let's cut it out. It'll work.
This
And you want to put your thumbnail right there, right on the line. So I'm not going to cut my thumbnail. And then I can line up the line with my saw, since this is a tricky angle. So I'm looking on this side to line up my saw, and then I'm going to pull it way back, all the
How
way,
am I going to cut it?
to get it started on that line. So I'm going to start it once again, and then I'm going to cut like at this angle. And remember, you don't have to hold it tight. You don't want it tilting, okay? So give it another starter cut. That's it. Now pull way back. Good. Now you want to line your side up. I can tell you got this saw. Well, that's not bad. It's tilted a little bit. Line the saw up with this line. Don't fight it. Now you don't want to go. See, I usually hold it with these little my thumbs right there, and this in the palm of my hand. I'm not sure your hand is big enough for that. If it's not, then you can use this and use the thumb hold. Now you don't want to come all the way over to the other edge here, because that will rip out that side.
Like this?
Yep. Keep it flat on the ground, flat on the wood. Yep. You don't need to take off much. You were just a little hair off. You did a really good job sewing that. You have long sleeves on. That's kind of dangerous working around power tools with long sleeves, so pull them up out of your way. And you got your safety glasses on. If I were doing this, I know I was strong enough to hold this. I probably wouldn't bother with the clamps, but since this is brand new to you, I think we've got it clamped down securely, so turn it on and just got to pull it out. Good. And just slowly take it in. So we'll nail it. And we use these little number 4 box nails that are galvanized. Galvanized just means they have a coating on them so they won't rust outside. So we use those. Alright, here's the tricky part. Got to hold that there. And
I'm gonna use this hammer.
alright, are you going to hold this little nail? Here's another little trick. If you have a comb, you can set that nail up in the comb, and then you're not going to bust your fingers.
I'm trying to. There's.
Yeah. I think it is finished. Hold it up. Let's see it with your embellishments.
Bigger than my head.
Yep. All right, there's one more thing you have to do. Remember, this is a woodpecker's, so you have to fill it full of shavings.
Yep.
That should do it. All right, close her up and lock it. You're done. Good job. It's really hard to make a box, a square box. And yours is really square. I think it is finished. Yep. All right. Good job.
I like that.
Nice little air vent up there.
And
Let's see the
chalk.
bottom. Did you leave it air? We need to put some drainage holes in the bottom.
I was gonna say, I think we put
That's the top. We
Yeah.
need to put some drainage holes in the bottom. You need to-
Went it through. There we go.
You could have trimmed the corners off of the base, but this is the same. A little bit easier, I think.